morning, people. It is very, very early. We are very tired, but we have had our coffee, so we're doing okay so far. Our brain is working now.
We stopped at a gas station to use the bathroom and get, if somebody needed coffee or whatever. We normally don't take tours, but some spots are better done with tours. So the Loire Valley is better to do it with the tour, so you can see more castles. There is not a good transportation between castle and castle, so this is a good one to take a tour in case that you were planning to come to Paris and you want to see the Loire Valley. If you have a car and you rented a car, then great, but if not, it's better to take a tour. So we are on our way to the Loire Valley to see the chateaus. We just arrived, and right there, let's put it a little bit closer, you can see a little bit of the Chambord Chateau. Chambord de Chateau. Chateau de Chambord. I don't know. But Chambord. Now we're getting closer and closer. So this was a hunting lodge, really.
This castle being one of the very first Renaissance castles, there had to be some sort of a transition.
I don't know if you can see it there, but the symbol of the king that built this chateau is a salamander. And it's, well, you probably cannot.
Between Francis the First, King of France, and Henry VIII of England.
These stairs were designed by Da Vinci. The guy has not said it, but I'm pretty sure these are the ones. Look at the perfectly manicured gardens.
Monsieur Papy, ça on l'a vu, hein?
Non, mais on l'a vu en mettant là au milieu.
Mais non!
Just everywhere here is a nice view. So these are the rooftops of the castle, the towers. Yeah, and they were mostly for decoration, the guy said.
Turn it up just a little bit.
Like this?
Yes, there you go. So you can then...
There are horse riders on the lawn. The horses are very elegant. So this stair is a double stair, so Judith is going to take one, and I'm going to take the other one, and we're going to meet at the top.
We made it.
We arrived at the same place, but through different staircases in the same spiral. That was pretty cool. We're kind of nerds. There she is on the other side of the stairs. And we made it down.
Coming down is easier.
These are the gardens from the ground. Now we're walking the gardens. Before, we could see it from the top of the chateau. And now this is, we're actually on the gardens. They really are nice, the different types of flowers, and everything is perfectly manicured. Look over here, the little bee working away. Judith, the gardens, and then the chateau on the background. And I think I'm going to finish the Chateau of Chambord videos here because there's just too much to cut through Loire.
That would be incredible. So,
Visiting
the city of
Chambord.
Loire, known for a couple of things. First of all, it was a fashion capital. And there became a rumor, a legend, years of Charles VII. And he finds out that she's coming.
You want the pictures?
And he wants to test her. He's like, I don't know who this girl is. I don't know what visions from God. I'm not quite sure about that. So what he does is he says, if she's supposed to really rescue me and put me back on the throne, she will know this year was the 500th anniversary of Da Vinci's death. So May 2nd, they had a huge celebration, or a kind of memorial, here at Amboise, at the Clos Lucé, which is actually where Da Vinci lived about
Sunflower fields.
Yes, so I love the word for them in French because the translation is they turn to the sun. The aristocrats could afford to have an entire room or entire separate building dedicated to God. So Chateau...
We're going to have our lunch and wine.
No eyebrows. And a words a year.
Before the wine.
So cute.
You will see it's a family place here.
The castle, the chateau, where we are having lunch.
Oh my god.
The table is ready.
nice
we are
with
doing
tomatoes
tasting.
too, or with light cheese, like brie. A rosy wine is good for barbecue. Sparkling wine is good for aperitifs or dessert.
And food has been served. Chicken, tomatoes, and potatoes, and all the wine you want. I don't know if I told you before, but we got chicken, potatoes, tomatoes, cheese, bread, wine. I mean, we had a nice lunch. So we're starting now the tour of the second castle, which is where we had lunch. We just finished drinking coffee, and we're following the owner of the castle.
So this is this guy's house? Something nice?
A small house.
Your house?
It's rough.
The right, the chapel, the fruit cellar,
Person talking, that is the owner.
the pigeon coops that we are going to see just after, and into this building downstairs it's a wine warehouse where I produce the wine you drink, with table at the right, and upstairs we have two big rooms that we rent for.
It's like a tower. That is so cool. There is Judith. Blue skies today. Some more of the castle and the surrounding buildings of the castle. And this is the great-grandfather of the owner of the castle. All right, present owner of the castle. No, that's it. We just have to pay for it.
And he's just taking a video of the alcoholic, but it's okay. Wine tasting.
Another castle. Shannon saw.
They're asking, everyone's asking me, you going to the wine tasting? And I said,
We're walking towards the castle now. This is sort of like the driveway to the castle. Pretty cool, huh?
And here we are.
We're walking towards the winery. Everything is prepared here for us.
This is the private room.
So we are actually over here. We are
They were born in the United States, and then me and my wife are
So beautiful and elegant.
Okay, vamos
Thank you.
a brindar.
Brindar. Sonte. Sonte.
Make sure that my poison falls in.
We're exiting the cellars now. Right here. We have a little vineyard.
This is beautiful.
And
Look at
this is the outside of the cellar.
It's got a sign there.
A little fountain with an arch of flower. And this is Chateau de Chenonceau. Gardens over here. Forest over there. And Chateau right here. The one that I was mentioning that is called the Chateau de la Femmes. Castle of the Women. One of the towers that you can see from the garden. There is a fountain right here.
Just coming out of the cellar.
And we can see the castle here now. You know, the part, you know, most of the castle is built on the river. That's what makes this castle so special. I mean, among other things.
I wonder if there's a reflection there.
Now we're entering the chateau. Working right here on the bridge. So this is the chapel in the castle. It's a tiny little thing, well, tiny compared to this cathedral. This is the room of one of the ladies.
You can see that from over there from the
Diane de Poitiers. The gallery is just a long hall, goes on the river with big windows on each side and black and white floors. It's fresh breeze. Show you one of the views from the window. Now we're going up to the higher floor. Tapestries with natural flower arrangements that they actually grow here. And again, the floral arrangements that are prepared here, grown and prepared here. Looking through another window. Now we are down in the kitchen. I'm moving quite fast. This is another room in the kitchen. This is the labyrinth, the maze. It's quite fun. Try to find your way around this. Still trying to find my way out. So these gardens are less formal. This is the vegetable and flower garden. It's organized and very pretty, but they're not like the other manicured gardens. They actually use many of the vegetables to serve in the restaurants that they serve here. The restaurants that they have in the chateau, they use a lot of the vegetables from here. And a lot of the flowers are also used to make the flower arrangements. I think I already mentioned that. So you can see how they grow here. It looks pretty, but at the same time, it's for the use, to use for the consumption in the chateau. It's vegetables here. More vegetables on this side. Greenhouse here. The flower and vegetable garden. And I just want to say that if you want to take a Loire Valley tour, this is the company to do it. We travel to many places and we hardly ever take tours, but this tour was very, very personal. This tour was very, it did not feel like a tour at all. So if you are in Paris, you want to see the Loire Valley, make sure that you go with this company, City Wonders. Bye-bye.